Hi, Tom Styles here, just doing a quick tour of the venue here at Under-23s. What better place to start than the catering tent? So big tent here, and here is your massive frying pans for food. This is where breakfast and evening meal are served. Now we're going to have a wander out onto this first field, which is the catering field. Manning the door here, so out we go. So this is sort of tournament central. We've got a big map here, and we've got fantastic information about who's taking place, what's taking place and where, all laid out very easy to find. And this first field, a bit of a drizzly morning this morning actually, but it is going to cheer up throughout the week, so don't worry too much about the weather. This first field is where all the athletes were lined up yesterday in countries, sort of row after row after row of countries, the assembling area, the muster point for the athletes' parade. And then they came down here and through this gap and into the main stadium arena now, which is where I'm going to go, and we'll pick up in just a second. So it's right by the main stadium pitches now. We've got a big grandstand here, which is nice, and two teams are just warming up. I think it's Netherlands and Denmark just warming up for their game. I'll be commentating on that one for Sky, so that'll be just a moment. And then over here we've got Tournament Central, the VC tent, the merchandising tent over there, and then here we've got the main sort of facilities block, and in there is the medical team and the physio block, also reception, and that's where any spectators that are going to come are going to come around here. And then behind us we've got the main stadium, and over there is where Sky are doing their broadcasting from. They've got a really good network uplink, and everything seems to be going well. And look, I've bumped into another sort of tournament organiser. Luke, good morning. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well, thank you.
Everything going smoothly so far?
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. Yesterday seemed to be quite a success. You had lots of good.
It was.
Good feedback
It
on
rained
social
a bit,
media.
and then it all went well. So that was wonderful.
Excellent. Well, we're just going to do a quick tour around the fields, kicking off over on the far pitches to see what those are like and have a little bit of a look at the facilities we've got here in St Albans.
Fantastic. Enjoy.
This is the women's division, USA versus New Zealand. But really the key thing here is that these are the pitches that are going to be used for next year's World Championships as well. So if you're coming to WUGC next year, this is what you've got to look forward to. It's this is four of the fields, and the quality of the pitches here really quite special. Very flat, very even, well watered, nice and green, and yeah, tightly mown. Let's have a quick look at the turf. So on the pitch itself, for all of you sort of turf geeks out there, you can see a pretty good, nice condition there. Takes a stud, so you're going to have no problem with that. Even though it's been quite dry recently here, I still think the ground is probably quite receptive to a clean tattoo. So it's me, Tom Styles, looking at the pitches here, and I'm going to go across to the next pitch now and show you the fields over there. So we're on the player map. We've just moved across to that field where it says 13, 14, 15, 16, right in the corner of the site. But actually, the whole site is pretty compact, and nothing is too far away. All the facilities are dead centre, so you've got pretty good access to everything no matter where you are. And this is a very similar setup to the previous field. It's four pitches laid out, three side by side and one on the end. Nice and easy to get to everything. One of the things that's really useful to see and point out is these sideline marks that they've put down. So there's a 3 metre line just there. All players must be behind the 3 metre line. And then there's a 5 metre line here. All spectators must be behind the 5 metre line. Now, the game advisors are the only people that are allowed to run along the sideline, and they were actually doing a pretty good job yesterday in the show game of keeping all the players back behind the line. The players are obviously encroaching a little bit in the heat at the moment, but trying to encourage the players when they are tracking players down the line to run behind anybody that's already on the line, not in front. So just working on that. But yeah, so far, pitches, venue, looking very nice, and the players really enjoying the efforts that have been put into these facilities. So on my tour of the fields, I bumped into Si Hill, who's out here on the spare field, which isn't actually being used for this tournament. Wait, this is a big one as well, Si.
Yeah, it is big. So we're out here just emptying toilets, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that part of the fun of being a tournament.
Great big lorry,
yeah.
great big lorry, all sorts of things to worry about. Yes, well no, we did use it because yesterday when it rained, we had all the teams coming for warm-up sessions before the tournament. And because it was raining in the morning, we set up all these 10 fields out here for everyone to do their warm-ups in the morning. So in fact, we didn't do any of the pre-tournament training on the tournament fields because we had another 10 out here, which is nice.
Yeah, nice facility. And you think you'll be using, you won't put 10 on here for next year. How many are you going to squeeze on?
I think it won't feel like a squeeze, but I think we expect to put 8. So we can put 8 with the regular kind of spacing that we've got in other places. I think I'm pretty confident. But yeah, because we can put the tents on either side. Yeah.
Excellent. And everything going smoothly so far?
As far as I have now been with the toilet lorry for a few hours, so I don't know for sure, but I think people get me on the radio. No, I think all good, yeah, all good.
Okay,
Thanks,
well, it was a good opening ceremony yesterday. So,
yeah, it was a bit windy.
Yeah.
Darn that wind.
Glad that win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
we're looking forward to seeing how this tournament develops, and thanks for all the efforts you've put into getting us this far.
Well. Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Continuing my tour of the sports ground on this first morning of the tournament, and we've got another series of 3 pitches here. Let's show you where we are. So we're on pitches, was it 4 pitches actually? Down here at 5, 6, 7 and 8, heading towards the stadium section. So 4 pitches down here, and there's the 4 pitches. There's a couple of teams warming up behind me, and behind over here, this is where Watford train. Watford is a Premiership football team now, newly promoted to the Premiership. This is their training ground. An absolute no-go zone for the frisbee players, but that's fine. We can share this excellent facility with them. It's quality for a Premiership football team. It's quality for the ultimate players here enjoying under-23 World Championships.